Dom Perignon, the man, the myth, the legend, the father of champagne. Let's get into why he was so important and why he is so pivotal in our favorite drinks, the sparkling wine, aka champagne. This is your Person with Wine fun fact of the day. Now, I am studying WSET 4, level 4, which is all about sparkling, and we are getting deep into the history of the development of champagne. Before 1927, champagne was not called champagne. It was just sparkling wine. And so before this, nobody connoted champagne, the region, to the style of wine. And so back to Dom Perignon. Dom Perignon was a Benedictine monk who stumbled upon the act of alcoholic fermentation by mistake. Because Champagne is located in the northeast of France, which is typically a really cool climate. So before the winters came, a lot of folks would make wine. And because there was some residual sugar left inside the bottles after they had corked it up, it actually freeze during the cold winters. And then during the spring, when it would thaw out, there was a spontaneous bubbling because the yeast was active again. It was warm enough for them to produce alcohol by consuming sugar that was left in those bottles. And so you would actually end up with a fizzy drink, aka that's how the sparkling wine was born. But now with climate change, it doesn't. It's very hot there. He is lauded as father of champagne because he's also developed not only the method of pressing the wines gently enough and creating the actual presses themselves. They're called Cocard basket presses. And they're known to be very gentle, to not leach off so much color from the skin, as well as the concept of blending wines, which in French is called assemblage. You're able to now bring juices of multiple different varieties to create more complexity in the wine. Pinot Noir and Chardonnay have now come together, and that's the process of blending. Just to backtrack, for those who may not know, champagne is not just made out of, even though it is a white wine, champagne is not just made out of white grapes. Current day, it is a blend of these three of the most popular grape varieties. However, back in the day, there were only just one, and it was called the Pinot Noir. And Pinot Noir was used to make champagne. And back in the day, because they didn't have all the innovations of technology and just wine research, a lot of the champagne was actually pink because the skin would leach the colors and the phenolics from the grape itself, and then it would turn the wine pink. So champagne used to be pink. But going back to our man Dom Perignon, he pioneered the use of stronger English glass, which propagated the adoption of champagne, and also introduced the cork stopper. Who knew? So that